Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over some gameplay here. I'm going to do commentary over the gameplay, so this is not live. So we got a Bandit 20 miles here, and we're going to get an ace this sortie, and then we're going to just cover another interesting clip. Alright, here, so he's getting within range. We are pinging each other. I do have a friendly to the left that is running cold parallel with the Bandit. The Bandit seems to be clueless. Fox on him at about 11 miles. Shoot a little bit early when there's multiple guys on a line just to create some space, just in case I don't kill the guy. Dropping down here for the notch, rolling out. So if he does shoot, I pretty much instantly ground kill it with the speed and angle that I'm taking. I'm watching the Bandit, and I'm visually notching the next guy that I have as my primary data link. So I splash the clueless pilot in the F-14. And this guy has a superior position on me, the guy on data link here, so I'm just keeping him in the visual notch and waiting for him to get a little bit closer, and I just occasionally look over at the HSD to check his range, so he's just within 20 miles. And right now he can't lock me up and there's nothing he can do, and then add the fact that I have teammates flying around, he has a lot to deal with, so I generally just go ignored. So this is just part of playing the positioning game, looking at the minimap for the HSD or your SA page or whatever, and noticing that you have help and you can play patient. Alright, so I shoot him upside down here to enter the notch, easy and ground kill. It was about 7 or 8 mile shot, and I drop down into the notch, and once again I splash that guy. Once again I have the next guy as my primary data link, and he's at 7,000 feet, so since he's really no threat, I can just turn in hot here. I don't need to visually notch him, and then I go back to getting the next guy as PDL. And the reason I always get in the habit of doing this is if I'm fighting this guy, the guy that's most likely going to kill me is not the dude that I'm fighting. He's not going to recommit quicker than me or notch better than I can almost every time. Even other comp players, most of them I'll shit on. And so you just get the next guy as PDL, so I can just quickly find him and engage him, or I can just put him in the visual notch. Same thing, we fox on him a little early, 8 miles. Ideally you want to hold till no escape, but since I'm in the front here. And just like that, we enter the notch, and we're just watching to see how it drifts, and we ground kill it so we can instantly recommit. We see him, and splash. Another one dead. Alright, so this guy's going to get dunked on, so rated R for what's about to happen here. This is stuff that you see on Pornhub in the BDSM category is about to happen to this guy at Angels 26. That's 26 that's pressing me here. So I'm trying to keep in the visual notch. I will admit I struggle for whatever reason a little bit on the right hand side of my aircraft when I notch, visually notch guys, versus doing it on my left side of my aircraft. So he's actually a little bit farther forward on the canopy. So he's going to be able to fox on me here. If I was doing it right, he wouldn't be able to. Now you might ask yourself why I'm doing this and not using the RWR. The RWR has latency, and you can't make the finer corrections as they get closer. So pretty much once they're within 15 to 10 miles, you have to be able to do it visually. I do get a lock on him here, but I don't shoot. I could have notched here, but those other guys I'd be notching towards the guys coming from Katasi, which would just put me in a really weird position. So on the very few rare times I turn cold on Galling Sidewinder, I do. And not safe for work for what's about to happen here. So if you're watching this at work, I would probably just skip ahead a few minutes here. But anyways, this guy's chasing me. I see him down on data link. I visually spot him. I see him. Put him as PDL again, because why not? Turn in hot on him. Now I can dip behind this missile. Got him here. Nope, never mind, friendly. Notice it. There he is. 2.5 mile shot. He foxes on me. I instantly notch it into the ground. And I'm flaring and splash. So, I mean, that dude should just probably quit DCS. Even if you're a subscriber. If that was you and you're a subscriber, you should probably quit. That was just, I don't know. How do you ever recover from that? Alright, now we have a 2-ship, so I PDL the guy in the back. Once again, it's about positioning, and it's dealing with multiple people at one time. And so I'm gonna fight the guy in the lead guy in the front, and then I'm gonna use the PDL to keep a visual reference of where the other guy is in the moment. So when I'm defending against the front guy, I can visually notch the second guy, so he can't fox on me as well. So, being good at airquake or even just air-to-air combat in general, a lot of it's just positioning. You could talk about being good at notching and dogfighting and all the other stuff, but I think the most overlooked thing, an underrated thing, and the thing I practice the most when I'm on growling is just figuring out positioning. How to not fight at a disadvantage, and if I do, how can I turn it into an advantage, and then how can I handle multiple people at once. Alright, so we're upside down again, because it's just way easier to enter the notch. So we shoot about 11 miles. Same thing, shoot a little bit farther than no escape, just because I'm dealing with two people here. And just drop right down into the notch. And now we just keep them in the visual notch here. So now if they wanted to fox, they can't. Or we just get ground killed. Splash. And I have this guy in the visual notch. I hit him with the 9x here. He actually climbs and turns towards me, and he was a little bit farther than with the 9x escape a little. I make this mistake a lot when I offboard people on the 90. With the 9x, I'll shoot a little early because I get a little anxious or impatient for the kill. So we see him up in the clouds above. He's climbing. And we're going to go try to chase down this kill here with just our guns. And we got a couple more bandits coming, so we have to make this quick. Flaring. Merged. And just trying to shoot the pilot body, because why not? But somebody else steals the kill, but I would have had him. Alright, next clip. This is the sortie before this one. Guy behind me foxes on me. I'm low on fuel. Very low on fuel. And I'm chasing down this guy, and I am cruising. And this guy cannot run away. We have 190, 200 knot closure rate on him. And so I don't even have to watch him. I know he turns in if all of a sudden the solution gets much better. So I can kind of just keep looking behind me at that other guy. We're just waiting for a little bit better firing solution here. Alright, Fox 3. This guy's cooked. He starts turning in. I'm going to turn into leg pursuit here probably. Drop flares. Yep, splash. Alright, so we're down to 700 pounds of fuel. We have a guy pressing us. Two guys actually pressing us. And so let's just see how this plays out. So we're going to put this guy in the visual notch maybe. Nope, we're going to recommit on him because really don't have any other options. 12 miles, 560 pounds of fuel, 2 more bandits to deal with. Can we do it? With, I think we have 2 missiles, 120 and 19X. Yep. 10 mile fox. Pull into the notch here. And this guy's just fucking clueless. So he's cooked. There's nothing he can do. He's high. He's medium altitude, which is bad. He defends at the last second. And he's going to be splashed. Alright. So we see the next guy here. Coming in off the deck. I don't know what he is, because my OWR is prioritizing the F-16 nails. So I'm just going to keep him in the visual notch once again. He's pressing. Zoom in, looks close enough. Fox 2 here in a second. Fox 2, good tone. And I'm expecting to get a kill here off the visual. And I'm seeing him. And I'm keeping my speed at a good merge speed here. Kind of, but I also know that I'm very low on fuel, so you can kind of hear that I'm in idle. That's the best I can do. 9X does not find his home because this guy is actually cruising really fast. And so he can't do anything to me. I'm flaring. Having the visual. Start to put the nose in on him. Decent merge speed here. Trying to pull him in before I run out of fuel. Down to 100 pounds of fuel. Oh, it's a Tomcat. Alright. And he's just cruising. And I'm like an idle trying to do this. And if you've ever been on low fuel in a dogfight, it sucks. So I'm just horrible with the gun. He goes under across. I'm at 55 pounds of fuel. I am just horrible. Look at these shots. I'm so bad. Troll me, please. Oh my god. It's painful to watch. And he goes up and under. I'm literally about to flame out here at 10 pounds of fuel. And I'm flamed out. And I get the gun kill. The same guy I killed earlier. Alright, thanks for watching.